Students, I'm Dr. Divya. Today's topic is about lichen. So, these are the various scientists described about the terminology of lichen. Scaveniger first studied and described the relationship as a halotism. Anthony von Berry described the association as a symbiosis. Ranke described the association as a mutualism or consortium. Alkin described it as endosaprophytism, and Avastri described it as polysymbiosis or parasymbiosis. As medicine treated the relationship as a symbiosis. Microbiont fungal hypothalamus of lichen mostly belong to Discomycetes or Leucoascomycetes. Phycobiont या photobiont algae randomly distributed in a separate zone belongs to either chlorophyceae or cyanophyceae. Chlorophycophilous lichen only one phycobiont belonging to chlorophyceae. Di- Diphycophilous lichen, so one chlorophycian and another one is cyanophycian algae occurrence. So these are distributed in hollow hospitable habitat except in chemical polluted area like in desert. So depending on the substrate lichen are various types. Corticolous lichen grows on tree trunk, for example, Asnia and Parmelia. Lignicolous lichen grow on wood, example Calicallum and Canthesia. Terricolous lichen grow on ground, example Cladonia and Lasidia. Sexicolous lichen grow on rocks, for example, Dermatocorpon and Verrucaria. This figure shows the various types of lichen. These are the pictures. So, morphology crystals lichen, thin and flat, strongly attached to the substratum, grow on bark of trees, ground and surface of rock. For example, Graphis, Lichenoria, Verrucaria, Rhizocarpon, and folios lichen possess small leaf-like branches parallel to the substratum. Rhizine are produced from the lower surface, for example, Parmelia and Pyxis. Fruticose lichen, extremely branched like a bush. Branches are cylindrical, may grow up to 5 to 10 feet. Rhizine are absent, for example, Asnia, Cladonia, Remellina. Squamulose lichen, thallus covered with the number of scales. Squamulous, some species of Cladonia. These are pictures of various type of lichen. So anatomy is upper cortex. Upper layer of fungal hyphae, like multiple epidermis, forms a special tissue called prosenchyma. Algal zone, first is heteromerous lichen. Clear zone of algal cells is made up of algal cells, and homeomorous lichen, randomly distributed algal cell. This type of heteromerous and homeomorous part is present in algal zone and medulla, middle part of loosely fungal hyphae, help in translocation of water and minerals, and lower cortex only in folios like in tightly woven fungal hyphae with absorptive rhizine. So these are pictures of internal structures of lichen, anatomy of lichen. Nutrition and growth. Algal partner helps the fungal partner in nutrition. In some lichen, fungal hyphae sends in storia into algal cell. Carbohydrate and vitamins are transferred to fungal partner from algal cell. And fungal hyphae absorb water and minerals through upper cortex and rhizine and supply them to algal partner. Growth is very slow due to the slow growing nature of its fungal partner, about 1 mm to 1 centimeter in a year. Reproduction, so vegetative reproductions for first fragmentation when the central part of the thallus disintegrated and the peripheral part dissociated and form new lichen thalli. Soridia, so bud-like structures with a network of fungal hyphae formed in group called sorelium, break through upper cortex and appear as a distinct tissues. Basidia, cylindrical root-like structures growing upwards with a basal constriction, and cephalodia, gold-like structure with different algal member like Diphycophilus. So each soradium consists of an algal body and fungal filament hyphae, cephalopodia containing cyanobacteria, and these overall thallus containing green algae. Reproduction, asexual reproduction occurs only in microbiome, flask-shaped pycnidium within an ostiole informed pycnidiospores with spores are formed lining and the inner surface of pycnidium. Spores after dispersal form individual fungal colony when come in contact with suitable algal partner form lichen. Sexual reproduction it also occurs only in microbiome. First, escolichens produce escocarps, female gigametangium, escogonium with globous basal region, and a long narrow trichogine which penetrate the upper cortex and expose on the surface. Male gametangium, antheridium, and spermatangium with the male nucleus. Trichogyne receives the male nucleus which pairs with the female nucleus forming a dikaryon situation. Then SKI genus Hype develop produce the SKI and escocarp is formed as in normal epithelial fungi. And SKI produce escospores. These are structures of epithelium. So in basidiolichen, basidiocarps are formed, and corticoid lichen produce bracket-like fruiting bodies on tree trunk, and claviroid lichen produce erect and branching fruiting body on wood, and the aggregoid lichen rarely produce fruiting bodies. The basidiospores disperse and produce primary mycelium, secondary mycelium, and tertiary mycelium as in normal fungi. Sexual reproduction is absent in deuterolichen. So reproduction in phycobind algal partner normally do not produce but can be introduced to reproduce in laboratory condition, show cell division, aplanospore formation, heterocyst, echinate under laboratory condition. Classification Hansen and John classified lichen along with fungi, Alexopoulos and Mims followed Poult in classification of lichen. According to this system, lichens are classified into three divisions: Escolichen, Esco, Mycotina, Mycobind. Fruit bodies are either epithecium and pseudothecium. Basidio-lichen, Basidio-mycotina, Mycobind. Fruit bodies are Basidiocarp. Deuterolichen do not produce any spores, either asexual or sexual. So importance of lichen like ecological importance in zero-seed plant succession, Saxicolous lichen plays the major role of primary colonizer. They carry out weathering of rocks in biogeophysical and biogeochemical. Lichens as a food. So Eskimo people of Alaska and Greenland used lichen as a food. And reindeer moss, Cladonia and other lichens are known as a reindeer moss. Bradia and Asnia, these are the palatable for animals. Lichen, this type of a carbohydrate reserved food material. Rope flower, Parmelia species used as a rope flower. These are pictures of Cladonia and Parmelia. Importance of lichens. Importance of lichens. So drug preparation in Loboria pulmonaria is used for pulmonary disease, and Parmelia sulcata lichen is used for Barren infections, and Peltigera canina for rabies, Parmelia saxatilis for epilepsy, Asnia cladonia for these type of lichen is used as the antibiotic. Sodium asnate for tomato canker, and laconic acid is used for tobacco mosaic, asnic acid for tobacco mosaic, and other extract of lichen. For example, wood rotting fungi Importance of lichens.